Okay, right, I'm back to where I was, sort of. God, I'm terrified of doing anything right now. Yeah, every time it loads. Right, in all views, so therefore it must be here. Image planes, image planes. There we go. Now it seemed to happen when I duplicated this before. So here we go again. Yeah. I can foresee another problem here. The actual static shape of him. It's got his mouth open. Whereas I think he needs to have his mouth closed as the default shape. So then I would rig this. I would create the jaw shape here. And rig it closed basically and put it as the bind pose. Bye bye to that. And then parent it to there. It's going to confuse things so much. On the model I've got, he's got his mouth open. I've already created blend shapes for the face, so I can't change that. If I want to do some sort of U shape or an A shape or anything like that, I'll have to do it as a blend shape and apply it to it. But we also want the character to be rigged as default with the mouth closed. So I'll have to rig it like this, then close the mouth via the joint, and then when he talks, use a blend shape which opens the mouth. If it's possible, I'd much rather not have a jaw shape in there whatsoever and just do it all with blend shapes. So the easiest one of these would be eye. And maybe the easiest way of doing this would be to snap these together. Ooh, we're going all John Carpenter with this music. Well, we're getting there slowly, very slowly. And a bit of a Final Fantasy theme to that music then. Bit of Genova going on. Or perhaps it was Genova. Who knows? Where the hell has the bit gone from his head? It's friggin' disappeared again. Look. Everybody panic! Chaos is here. There's nobody else here, Chaos, but I'll panic. That's what I do when I panic. Hi, Chaos. How you doing, my little munchkin? We had a bear before, but my stream crashed. My Mac froze and then went black. It scared the bear away. Checking. How you doing, Chaos? Hello, Chaos. Say something, Chaos. Hi. I did as suggested. Yay! Well, that's all we can hope for these days. Hopefully one day it'll be a bit more than that. I'm doing well. I'm doing well and I'm thriving. That's what we want to hear. Stupid thing, man. God, man, every time I do something, I'm terrified it's gonna crash. Well, I did as suggested. I did a sneaky stream and I called it Sneaky Stream. It was a good idea, thank you. I was going to be doing this anyway, so you know. I thought I'd rather do it with some company. Apparently Bear's getting some getting on the audiobooks. Got an audiobook lover. Yeah! Ooh. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how to do things whilst keeping in mind how it needs to be imported into VSeeFace, which is totally different than what I've done before. It's a bit crazy. It's a bit cray-cray. A bit bonkers. Just like you. This is what we're doing. We're briefly talking about music, and after a day of watching the Bob Dylan biopic, that's all I've got in my head, music. I started going into the details of what I think about music. I got the usual thing, music's just music. which I can't do anything with. I really like watching biopics, especially about musicians, and it's not for the actual musician themselves. I mean, one day they're going to be doing biopics about friggin', what's she called? Thingy Carpenter or something. Wow, how she became, you know. But it's not for them. It's always to learn who they were around, which is interesting, and that's why I like watching it. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that artist, and oh yeah, they used to hang out together, and that's where that influence came from. I like that. Yes. Yeah, I am. It's nice to speak. It's nice to have someone to speak to. So all I ask. Either 15 million people who say one word, or one person who says 15 million things, please. Whichever. Uh-oh. Have you been drinking water like I told you? Hydrate. I mean, what's the rules with medicine during Ramadan? Are you allowed to take a aspirin, or is... I don't know. Comes from plants, doesn't it? So must be clean. But they're the two main things I can think of, really: drinking water and aspirin, or whatever painkiller. Other than that, sleep, vitamins, perhaps, and stuff to do with your joints, really. Is it like your joints of your neck or something? Do you need to, you know, go loosey-goosey? Do you need one of them dudes that puts your head in a thing and goes, pop? What are you watching on Netflix, Chaos? Anime? You can take it when the sun's not looking. You know what you're on about then. I can take what? I wouldn't steal anything. But you can't when it is. Bloody hell. Extreme stuff, man. Unlimited social media. But if you get like your... Uh-oh. Stuff better not crash. Ramadan fever. Yeah. So if, like, I don't know, you get your arm chopped off or something, you can't take any sort of painkillers or anything. It's nuts. I imagine the hospitals over there are insane when it's like March. But whatever. Anime for the win. Yeah, baby. Oh, we won my thingy. Do you want to do a poll? If it's not too much trouble with your headache, I don't want you to put yourself out. And I mean that, I sounded sarcastic. Maybe just to myself. We won the thingy, it's gone now, but Bear paid for the rest of the cosplay. So I need to decide what to do for cosplay. Maybe I'll do something on this stream tonight. I'll put my wig on and cut it. I need to know what shape I'm cutting it into. If I'm doing Zack, then I can't cut it. I need to spike it up. I don't know what the best idea is for that. Glue, I guess. Or like 1 million cans of hairspray. Maybe I could stick some wire into it. create like a wire net with spikes, and then sort of put it over it, put it through it, and then glue it. If I'm doing Zach, I know what your choices are, but I was hoping there'd be more people here for when I do that. Just thought, you know, I don't want it to either just be Zach. That's the problem though, I did it as a community challenge and like, Bear paid the last amount. Does he get to choose? Or does everyone get to choose? Or just everyone that voted? Or me? But I know that your choices are probably going to be Bunny Girl, Zach, Sebastian, Howie. I know. Yeah, it's crap, innit? Because fuck me, right? Right, I've got a few basic shapes in here. Got the eyes blinking while she's using a joint setup, which was no mean feat. I've got a happy face. Well, it looks like he's a bit, you know, having a good time there. I need to sort the hair out as well. Yay! Oh, we're both smiling. Yeah. I'm so funny. Got an angry face. Urgh. That's my angry face. Let's turn that frown upside down. Hey! Urgh. Urgh. I've got a sad face. Yeah. Angry face. Urgh. I'm currently trying to make an I, well, E. So for you to go E, and an A, Ah, E. Yeah, I guess no point then, eh? So. No cosplay challenge. Thanks to everyone that put into it though. And just trying to make an E, which is a bit rubbish. They're all a bit rubbish, but I'm just setting them up, making them different, making them get there slowly, and then once I have them all, I can just alter them all, and we'll have a nice setup so we can alter everything. That's all I'm trying to do. Chaos, you naughty little chipmunk. I've got some too. Ooh. Crunchy, crunchy, crunchy. I wanted some toffee crisp, but they didn't bloody have any, did they? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, mod. Now you have to. Your boss says that you have to. I need to have a shave tonight. My beard's itching me. But yeah, I got some bread, I got some cheese, I got some chocolate, I got some pop, I got some crisps, I got a few microwavable meals just for a change. I just wanted something different than the same thing I'm having every day. And I've got my mince defrosting so that I can make some spaghetti bolognese, which I need to do soon. All the mushrooms are going to be a bit knackered. Yeah, and the boss. Gotta do what your boss says. Cheese chocolate sandwich. That's just wrong. Why are you so wrong? Chaos, Chaos, you've gone wrong. Get an aspirin. Right, these are going to be the really difficult ones. Because I don't know whether I'm supposed to, like, just blend shape the whole thing as a U. Or, because there's a jaw that Unity's saying it needs, do I have to use the jaw to close the mouth? And then I'll close it and have a little U go whoop in the middle. Also, if I was just doing it with the blend shapes, would I do? I'd have to do it that way. Anyway, I'd have to go. Because if I try and stretch the whole thing down to be like, then all this is going to go wrong. I am Chaos. A beep boop 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 boop. Lolsies. Thank you for trying to perk me up earlier. It was a pretty crappy day before. Just my grandma and then watching that bloody sad movie. Get. Chaos Samalama Ding Dong. A fluffy rainbow-coloured slothy lizard, Slothizard, with googly eyes is gently tackling Chaos, wrapping its long fuzzy limbs around them like a warm burrito. It's showering them with confetti whilst making ridiculous sounds like wubba lubba dub dub. Watch out, Chaos. That creature's about to make you the star of the silliest party ever. Sounds like a good time to me. Right, how to do this, you. See, if I try and make all this mouth shape be a little tiny shape, it's going to stretch all of this way too far, and it's going to be a lot of work to try and even it all out. So the only alternative is to just put the lips together in the middle and then create a little U in the middle where it's open. A giant inflatable something llama is bouncing around Mayor's den, trying to give them a fluffy hug but keeps missing and smacking them with its oversized hooves. It's hilarious! Oh. If you're into that sort of thing, it's hilarious, yeah, sure. It's just purely AI that I just said, please have a command where I say get, and then there's a creature and describe what it's doing to the person. And it seems to have pulled Wubba Lubba Dub Dub from Rick and Morty. Yeah, I am. Of course I am. That's just me in a nutshell, that. I think it's just because I was tired as well today. I got sort of the right amount of sleep, but I'm still not used to it. So I've just made sure to stay awake. It's enough so that I don't fall asleep in the afternoon, but not really enough for a productive day either. pretty freaking cold tonight, you know. It's getting warmer, and I've got an extra t-shirt on. Have I picked the wrong ones there? I think I have, haven't I? Oh, this is tedious. So, I want it to be symmetrical each side, so I put symmetry on. But if I select both of them and then scale it into the middle, it does it in the middle, not in the middle of each one. So I guess I'm going to have to do that. And then that. Psi. And I've done it to the wrong one again. What you been doing with your day, Chaos? Anything? Anything at all? I've been shopping and I went to... and I watched the Bob Dylan thing. It's just made me wish I'd been born 30 years earlier than I had. I rang my grandma, checked on her. I rang my dad. How's Senior doing? Is he okay? God, this music, man. I might treat myself in a bit after I've done this and play a bit more thingy. Crash Team Racing. Things with these games, you know, you got like Final Fantasy X kind of thing, which has got tons of like things you're supposed to do. It's like 100% it. And then you play something like Crash Team thinking, oh yeah, there won't be that much to do. And then there is, because you got to get like a gold cup in every single thing. So I've got to go back and do every single race that I've ever done, like, one more time. And then if you want platinum, you've got to do the same thing all over again. It's crazy. Did you know that, Chaos? It's crazy. Don't know. Oh, what happened? That was weird. It's one of my favourite scenes in Father Ted, the series. Because, like, Dougal that lives with Father Ted's really silly and, like, supposed to be an idiot or a kid. Or both. And Father Ted turns the light off. And he goes, oh, I forgot something, turns it back on, and then Dougal gets up and goes, oh, right. He goes, no, Dougal. I just turned the light off. It's not morning. Oh, right. He goes, oh, that was weird. What happened? I just closed my eyes for a minute, and then it's like, I don't know where I've been. No, Dougal, that's called sleep. You do it every night. Anyway. He had to be there. Senior's doing busy with his health, work, family responsibilities. Oh yeah, I remember those. I used to have those, you know. Save. You are crazy, I know. We know this. That's okay. We like crazy here. Got a friggin' Bob Dylan song stuck in my head, man. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? Did we ever get an answer for that? How many is it? I'll say 5. Yeah, man. Down with the system. Fuck the system. We could have a little bit of fun, Chaos. Do something you want to do, or I don't know what. I could, when I get a bit sick of doing this, could start making Chaos Island or something. What would be the name of this place? Is it Chaos Island, or are you just like the evil queen of the island, or the good queen of the island, called Chaos? And it's just called something else island. Is it Mayor's Island, but there's a queen called Chaos? Are there 4 elements? And you're one of them? Yeah, it's 4, isn't it? Not all 5? Yeah, because the 5th element is because there are 4 normally. You ever seen the 5th element? With Lilu. And she falls through Bruce Willis's taxi. And she goes, bang! Big booma bang! Yeah. Hey, you've seen some good movies. Big bada bang. Oh my god, this is tedious. I'm gonna have to do it with all the others as well. Sod it, I'm gonna have to mess around with them anyway. I might as well just move them. Wonder what Chaos's favourite movie is. I'm impressed you've seen The Crow. Did Senior make you watch the 5th element as well? It can't rain all the time. Won't go on forever. And down my head, me. That's no use. Okay, do you remember when I had a job? I used to come home with all that cake and eat it in bed. They were fun times. Way back. And you actually liked movies. Hey, tell me about it. Join the frigging club. Oh, you've just nailed it there, Chaos. Way back when they used to like movies. Crunchy time. Got more faith than me. What, in movies or in jobs? Hey, back when there's jobs. It's crazy remembering it now. Yep. It's part of the reason I'm always so like me. You know, music, movies and TV series are something that I wish would be good again. I really miss them. Just make me happy.
So you're watching YouTube, but did you know there's a YouTube music app where you can listen to podcasts about popcorn's dark history? Listen on the YouTube music app.
Sure. I'm doing everything I can just to try and work from home, basically. Can't seem to find a regular one. And they don't seem to want anyone anyway, so I'm just doing the best that I can. Trying to set things up. I'm doing it right now, for instance. I do, to be honest, wish I could, you know, I don't wish I could, but basically do what Pyro did. But I'd be sort of half pretending, basically. I'd walk in there and I'd say, look, I can't deal with the stress of life. I need a therapy dog. I can't imagine ever working around anyone. It makes me go into a catatonic state. Please, can I just get a doctor's note and then I get paid enough to actually survive for the rest of my life? There's two major problems. One, it's very hard to get out of that thing. Well, three. Two, I'd be lying. And a bit of a scav for it, because I'd be lying. And three, you're always capped the amount of money you can ever earn. But it would be friggin' nice not to have to think about money again. I'll just sell my house. Get rid of my car, sell my house. And just survive off whatever I make from my house until that money's gone. But if I'm being positive, then hopefully at some point my display posters will be accepted. Hopefully at some point someone will commission me besides just people like, you know, as much as I love the fact Vince is trying to help me out, this is amazing having that kind of support. But to turn it into something that's I'm getting regular work on would be awesome. And something that I could do in a lot less time as well. But hopefully something will come of this through doing that. I still make the odd sale on Redbubble, but it's like £3.50 or something. Yeah. Well, it's got an E after the D. DiCaprio, but yeah. I went to see it at the movies with my mum and my mum's mate. That movie theatre's been closed for about 10 years now. And I saw a video on Facebook of some dude going in there and looking at what it used to be like, and it was amazing. It was like proper old school, like where they had the matinees and like the filming room and stuff, and it was cool. I wasn't blown away by it when I first saw it. I was blown away by the fact it did as well as it did. I really liked the story in it. I liked all the acting. There's nothing wrong with it. It was a good movie. I quite like it. I don't mind it. But I wasn't like... I don't know. It wasn't like the first time I watched The Crow or... I don't know. Jurassic Park or something, or... something that blew me away. I just didn't... I just liked it. Yeah. But films I used to like... I was going to say bum. Movies that I used to adore. Oh, were like, basically, The Goonies. A few movies like that. Labyrinth, maybe. Back in the day. Why do some of these work and some of them don't? Right. That allows me to scale it down between those two. Is it just every other one? Okay, that's weird. Bizarre. I'm making a mess. Last movie that I quite enjoyed, well, the last one was actually Deadpool and Wolverine. But the last one that I thought was really good and well made and stuff and things like that was probably Everything Everywhere All at Once. Da 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 da. Ba da ba ba da ba. This is nuts, man. I'm doing it this way so that it retains everything, but... In the process, I'm actually losing all of the definition. I could just imagine Chaos sat there thinking deeply. It's a shame that my stream crashed. I might still have a bear here, if not. It's very nice, isn't he, Bear? I like him a lot. One of the good ones. Right, well, that's a bit mad. But I'm just trying to get the mouth closed, and then I'm going to turn the middle bit into a U. And we're getting there very slowly. To be honest, the middle bit is kind of okay. I just need it like slimming down and whatever. And this bit I've turned into a nightmare. You like horror movies? Really? Every time I mention horror movies, you know, everyone runs away, and I'm not even into horror movies that much. Don't mind them. I like a lot of them because I really like B movies, indie movies, and low budget movies. I like seeing what can be done with pure imagination and a good director. And a lot of horror movies are like that. The old ones are anyway, not the new ones. I hate new horror movies anyway. The last one I liked was The Ring. I thought it was very well made, and that's because it was Japanese in origin. But yeah, every time I mention him, like Penguin, that was half the reason she left. Was she said, "Oh, I really don't like horror movies. I don't like what they're saying." I was like, "Yeah, I'm not a massive fan either." Everyone seems to think I'm really into horror movies or something. I think it's because I just had that one conversation with Mob Talk, because Mob Talk is big time into horror movies. That's his jam. Why are we getting on so well tonight, Chaos? Suddenly you now like horror movies, and you're saying old ones, and you're saying there hasn't been any good movies for a while. You're turning into me. But yeah, man. Like I say, I like the old. Sod it. Who cares what I show on my Twitch, innit? I kind of want to watch that High Life, you know. Why are all these modern? I thought Doctor Sleep was a very good sequel for considering that it is the sequel to whatever. Chaos. Are you trying to placate me, whatever? You know that I love the original It movie. It's like my favourite movie nearly. I go on about it all the time. But when the clown runs... I didn't actually mind the remake that much, considering how much I love the original. I thought it still kept some of that charm. And that's mainly because they set it back in like the 50s or whatever. Or whatever it was. 80s. Jaws scared the crap out of me. Never really liked Let the Right One In that much. I didn't mind it, it was good. I wasn't like, oh my god, have you seen this amazing film like everyone else was? But yeah, it was pretty decent. Alien, boom, amazing. I still haven't seen Get Out. Psycho, yeah, love it. The Silence of the Lambs is probably one of my favourite horrors ever. I love Silence of the Lambs so much. Great movie. King Kong is a horror movie. Aliens, boom, totally. Halloween used to be my favourite movie ever. I do love Shaun of the Dead for what it is. I still haven't really seen Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. I've seen Nosferatu, but, you know, it's pretty old. There's Chaos's favourite, Rosemary's Baby. I'd suggest it. It's nothing like the original. It's not Kubrick, and it's not this tour de force, and it's not like two actors, one who's method acting and the other who's like basically abused throughout the entire movie production thing, making it what it was. But it's a very good movie by itself. Just ignore the fact it's got anything to do with the original movie. It's great, I think. I'm not sure if I like Thingy that much in it, and I do love him as an actor. Whatever he's called. Trainspotting, one of my favourite films ever. He's so good in that. But he just plays, sometimes he plays a standard part, but everything else about it. The Babadook, didn't mind it. It was a bit boring. I preferred what's the one where they're in the woods and he's got long legs? It's not long legs, it's another one. It's not the Babadook, it's another one. Can't remember. I used to love Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Donald Pleasance. The Ring, boom, I thought it was great. The best shark movie I've seen was Deep Blue Sea, Jesus Christ. I saw that at the movie, at the cinema with my mates. It was very, I don't know, mainstream, I guess. It wasn't as bad as like something like Piranha or something, but I love Jaws, and they're the only two shark movies that I can think of, so fair enough. Invisible Man was stupid. Well, it's 2021. I have seen Freaks. I don't know a lot of these, you know. I do love Nightmare on Elm Street. Once again, low budget, very silly, very camp, very wacky. But it's not like up there for me. It's just I enjoy watching it. I do love Hitchcock movies. I love The Birds. I love Vertigo. I love Rear Window. Psycho. Prey. I enjoyed. That was one of the few movies I've enjoyed in the past sort of 5 years. Have you seen Prey? God. And I adore any Stephen King movie. Huh. That's okay. Whatever. It was what it was, you know. It was a popular movie. Deep Blue Sea. It was just funny how all the sharks were like super intelligent kind of thing. As soon as you touch the water, then they're going round this way to trap you there and then do this to make this drop on you and stuff. Misery. I love Misery. Reanimator. You should watch Reanimator. Stuff like that. Completely wacky. The lead guy in it, really great actor. I love The Fly, and I love all versions of it. I love the Vincent Price version. And the other one. Cabin in the Woods I thought was a bit, yeah. I still haven't seen Megan. I have seen What Happened to Baby Jane. It's fine. It's more of a drama than a horror. Carrie. We're getting all the Stephen King ones. I love the Stephen King movies, man. I still haven't really watched 10 Cloverfield Lane, and I'd like to. I liked 28 Days Later. It was a good zombie movie. Don't Look Now is a great movie. It's like lauded as one of the most tense movies ever made. I haven't seen Us. Yeah. Yeah, I could see what it was. It's always good to have a doll that moves in a movie, you know? There was an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer where this doll's got a demon in it and nobody believes him and stuff. And it was Goosebumps, Night of the Living Dummy. And The Boy, I quite liked The Boy, even though it was a bit of a crap movie. She gets asked to go to this mansion and look after this doll. And she's like, why? We're leaving. And it's like possessed by something. And she keeps finding it's moved during the night and stuff. I quite liked it Out the Block. It's not very good, but I liked it. Wicker Man, great movie. Beast. I still haven't seen Hereditary, and I'm pretty sure that it, from everything I've heard, it sounds like a good horror movie, Hereditary. I've seen The Lighthouse, but I did get a bit bored. Village of the Damned. When I was growing up, because I'm so old now, my movies that I was watching that were horror movies when I was a kid was Village of the Damned and The Blob and a few other things like that. 50s horror. I wasn't born in the 50s, but I was watching like 60s, 50s horror. The Village of the Damned was great. A load of women will wake up one day in a town and they've all had babies on the same night. And they've all got like this telepathic link. Everyone can read their minds and kill them if they want to, so they've all got to like make sure these kids are alright. Otherwise they just kill them. I quite liked Drag Me to Hell. Yeah, I totally agree. What's going on tonight, Chaos? Can you feel that little spark of electricity there? Suddenly you've seen all these movies for the first time, and you like the ones I like. I liked Drag Me to Hell, to be fair. It wasn't a bad horror. But I did enjoy The Boy, but I didn't like the ending. It wasn't that it was a bad ending. It would have worked if there's like an original 50s movie or something. That would have been a great twist kind of thing. Bit of a letdown, but they could have worked it right. But in that movie, he's just not scary when you realise it's that guy. This like skinny guy that just moves like this, and that's it. I love American Werewolf in London. If you like horror, but like comedy, it's not like a wacky comedy. It's like a black comedy. It's not supposed to be whatever. I didn't realise it was John Landis. Ooh. Plus it's got one of my old crushes in it. Whatever she was called. Jenny Agutter. We're back on track. Yeah. I do love the Texas Chainsaw. And whenever I've said that before, people on stream have gone, oh my god, I can't stand stuff like that. Why are you into that? But I just think it's for a low budget movie like that, it's just stood the test of time. It's funny. It's terrifying. The music, everything in it, on like a shoestring budget, was amazing what they did with it. I remember watching Eraserhead when I was about 13. Freaked the crap out of me. But I love David Lynch. It's not really a horror. It's more of a avant-garde sort of film house kind of thing. You ever seen Ginger Snaps? You might like that. It's basically, it's not a feminist movie, but it's like a very strong, powered, emotionally feminine movie. And it's basically likening a werewolf, or lichen, did you notice my joke, to like puberty within women. So she kind of turns into a werewolf kind of thing, but it's linked to like what it's like going through puberty. It's weird, but it's fun. Yeah, I like Friday the 13th, yeah. Friday the 13th is the it's not Nightmare on Elm Street, it's the one where they're at the cabin, isn't it? The lake, whatever. And at the end he goes, whoa. I mean, the first one, if you're talking about everything else, Jason and whatnot, ugh. Maybe I have seen The Conjuring. Yeah, that's the one with my crush in it, isn't it? What's the face? Redhead. Cat People. I liked that. Very old and dated though, people wouldn't be into it. I think I've seen Wreck. I've seen the modern day House of Wax, which is a bit crap. I mean, pretty much my favourite director, John Carpenter, but I never really enjoyed The Thing. I wasn't into it. Every other movie he did, I need to watch The Thing again properly, to be honest. The Descent, I don't know why everyone went on about it so much. I saw it at the cinema. There's one scary bit in it. The ending's silly. And the rest of it's, yeah, it's fine. Shining. I mean, amazing film all the way through. I haven't seen Mandy, but I've seen bits of it. It's a pretty crazy movie. I love Poltergeist. Anyone who's into horror hates Poltergeist because they're like, oh, it wasn't really a horror. But I like that about it. I like the parents are a bit wacky, a bit silly. They're all a bit hippie-ish when they're like smoking weed in the room and the kids capture them. And when she starts moving her across the kitchen and going, oh, watch, woo! It's got a bit of humour to it. The Dead Zone. It's funny. I do like David Cronenberg. And I do love Stephen King adaptations. If you like your cheesy 80s B movies, then Dead Zone isn't bad. It's not great, but that's one of the last movies I really enjoyed as well. Annihilation. The acting in it's a bit crap, but the story and the creativity in it's amazing. Oh yes, Chaos. What are you doing? I was going to make an horrible joke then. I was going to say, oh, you're making me wet. Never mind. See, this is why I can't be who I am on stream if I say stuff like that. The Hellraiser, I love it, especially the first one. In fact, the first two are really good, and I like all of the stories in all the movies. Actually, the stories are good. How it goes back in time and stuff, and like her great ancestor who's making the box and stuff. But they're a bit crap. I tried to watch a new series, I didn't enjoy it, but the first movie is something else, and I've read the book. I love Clive Barker, he's one of my favourite writers. But yeah, we'll tear your soul apart. It's great. Annihilation was really interesting though. This little thing comes down, they can't go into the dome, they don't know what's in there. Her husband goes in, she loses her husband, then she volunteers to be part of the team to go in and see what it's like. And it's just the world as it is now, but in there's all this crazy radiation that's evolved everything. And so some of them are like, some of the most boring scenes are like where they find an alligator, but it's huge and it's got millions more teeth than it should have. But the more interesting ones are when they like see like plants that have tried to grow into a human shape and like try and become human, and they're just like these little plants that are really creepy and stuff. It's really deep, odd, interesting look. Ooh. The Others is the one that I thought that other one was. There she is, one of my biggest crushes. Nicole Kidman. I thought it was The Conjuring. The Conjuring's the one where they do seances in it, and there's ghosts and jump scares. I remember watching Kronos when I was about 15. That fucked me up. It's like a proper... It's Guillermo del Toro. But it's like weird and bizarre. It's about vampires, but not vampires as we know it. He gets this weird little watch, and when he puts it on his hand, it goes... It grabs his hand and transfers blood with him, and he gets addicted to it. Totally killer. I love the first two Alien movies, and I like the third one. I remember the first Mummy scaring me when I was really young. Black and white. Gremlins. It's hardly a horror movie, but I love it. My cat was called Gizmo. I was watching Tremors the other night. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever sat down and properly watched it all the way through, you know. I have done. It was a long time ago, and I've seen bits and parts since then. But I can't remember most of it. I just remember the most iconic scenes. I don't know what my favourite horror movie would be. It'd be very difficult. I remember watching The Omen when I was very young. Carnival of Souls messed me up when I was younger as well, just because it's so eerie and weird. She's like, there's this crash. It's black and white. There's a crash, and then she doesn't know if she's dead or not. And she's wandering around and sort of talking to people, but some people are ignoring her, so she's not sure. And she just keeps going back to this carnival, and there's all this like weird music and like people dancing and smiling with her. It's trippy. Piggy looks good. Dead Ringers was interesting. It was Cronenberg, yeah, Cronenberg. You ever seen Audition? I haven't, but I don't want to. I know it's got lots of PPs getting cut off. No thanks. Haven't seen Slither. Doctor Sleep again. I think you'd really like Doctor Sleep if you were to watch it, you know. It's not like The Shining at all. It's just got references to it more than anything. It's got like the kid is the kid grown up. But it's a totally different story, totally different people, and nothing to do with the original, really. But I love the woman, Rebecca Ferguson. She's so good as the witch in it. She's so good. Fucking hate Saw, can't stand it. Saw it at the cinema. The Saw for me was what went wrong with horror movies, really. Just turn it into pure gore. Get rid of good writing. Which one? The Exorcist. I wish we could watch movies on here, you know. I wish I could just put a movie on and start watching it. You probably can on like, I don't know, Discord or something. Scream's got a special place in my heart. It is what it is. It's a 90s silly, popular teen movie. But on the other hand, we loved it as kids. We were big time. We started having a horror club just because of that movie. And we loved the way it was like a sort of piss take of horror movies. And so it's got a bit of something. I love Videodrome. Great movie. It's all about snuff. And he gets like this snuff that you're not supposed to watch. Kind of like The Ring in a way. Like these people getting tortured and stuff. And he's like, oh, this is the new experience of TV. And he watches it. And once you've seen it, things start to go really weird in life and stuff. And there's this bit where he gets the videotape and he's got a slot in his stomach and he starts pushing it into his stomach. I love Candyman. I still won't say his name into the mirror. Haven't seen Midsummer. I love Predator. It's not a horror, is it? It's an action. Second favourite movie, Lost Boys. Once again, not really a horror. Very camp. And it's not flawed. It's still my favourite vampire. Well, Interview with the Vampire is still my favourite vampire movie, but Lost Boys takes number 2, I think. I love Fright Night, another comedy. Near Dark's alright. I saw Dog Soldiers at the cinema. It's a great werewolf movie because I'm not a massive fan of werewolf movies, to be honest. It's very rare that they do a good werewolf. Intriguing. I wish I could, Chaos. I wish I could. I'd say, hey, Chaos, I'm just gonna pop round. You go, okay, see you in a minute. Hi. Right, I'm gonna leave that one for now and start putting the other one over there. And then I've got them all and I can work with them all. But yeah, I enjoyed that little chat. Little chat then, Chaos, about horror movies. Got some good tastes. Maybe not Deep Blue Sea, but I'll forgive you for that. It was big in the 90s. But maybe I'll watch that tonight, Chaos. A bit of The Exorcist. Don't know what's going on with my computer tonight. It's being well weird. Where are all my blend shapes? Uh-oh. I've deleted the history or something. Jesus Christ. Good job I saw that. Before moving on.
Break free with the new Opera GX, the browser that puts you in control with a brand new design that frees up even more.
Lost Boys looks fun. Yeah. I mean, Interview with the Vampire does that with, what's her face? But yeah, there is a kid that's a vampire. You don't see them turn him into one, he just is one. He's called Lottie, or Lottie. I think I've seen 30 Days of Night, maybe The Hunger. I can still watch Twilight, you know, as crap as a movie as it is, and I'll admit, it's not one of my favourite. I don't even like it, really. But it's just silly, easy watching, something for the background. I don't know. It's just easy to watch. And I do really like one song out of it. Blue Eyes or something like that. I remember watching Vampire Hunter D. I went to my mate's house and my mate was really into manga and anime, and I got him to watch that and he hated it because it's like old school anime. It's like really old. It's like watching the original Ghostbusters cartoon, if you remember that. And he was more into, like, you know, Samurai Champloo and all of that. Fright Night's a lot of fun. If you want a bit of silliness, that's great. I mean, Dusk Till Dawn is what it is. I was never that blown away by it. It was an interesting take on it. Underworld's easy to watch. Oh, I always forget about Bram Stoker's Dracula. So my top 3 are going to be Bram Stoker's Dracula, Lost Boys, and then Interview with the Vampire. It's funny that Lost Boys is in my top 3 movies ever, but I prefer Interview with the Vampire as a movie. But yeah, Lost Boys is so good, man. Something about it, I don't know what it is. It's got that proper 80s, early 90s feel to it, the music. It's got a bit of wackiness in it. But Interview with the Vampire is so freaking good, man. But yeah. Bram Stoker, Lost Boys, Interview. And Bram Stoker's has got, I mean, what a cast has it got in that? Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, Anthony Hopkins, Keanu Reeves. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola. And even Interview the Vampire, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Antonio Banderas. And what she called as the little girl out of Jumanji and Spider-Man. Her first movie. Kirsten Dunst? Or Kristen Dunst? Well, so you've seen The Lost Boys, you think, and that's the one scene that you remember. Because there's a little boy in it. And the little boy always goes, Star, Star! Because she's called Star. I mean, what makes that movie just as good as it? I mean, it's a good movie anyway, but Kiefer Sutherland. Kiefer Sutherland, when he was young, Jesus Christ. That and Stand By Me, he was outrageously good. Boop.
Transitioning from being a student
God damn this fucking
working environment is not the easiest thing. Grammarly is something that I've used and has kept in my daily toolkit for the past.
Right, I might try doing something different here just to see if it works. But yeah, I'd strongly suggest either The Lost Boys or Doctor Sleep. I was very impressed with Doctor Sleep. Didn't think it was possible to do any kind of sequel. But it wasn't even contending with it. It was totally just a film by itself, nothing really to do with the original, so no problems at all there. I kind of felt the same way with Jumanji. I mean, it is what it is, but it wasn't really trying to do anything like the original, so it's just a film by itself. So, fine. Bit of fun. See, I can do that with some movies and stuff. It's just a bit of fun and just a bit of whatever, I can see the merit. It's just for the most part, things aren't trying to be that, and they're lauded and called amazing, and it's like, no, no. You are a Barbie girl, I'm in a Barbie world. Life is drastic, but you say it's fantastic. You cannot despair. And see grimness everywhere. It's quite a good commentary on things, I suppose. Barbie Girl, life is plastic. It's fantastic. As if, you know. It's like what it's saying. Then beauty standards, you can brush my hair. Way ahead of its time, that song. Well, the answer's supposed to be something like, you know, all these dreams that I have. But if I'm being honest with the way things have been going for a... Oh, I thought you were actually asking me. The way things are going, sat here, basically. Wasting my time. So yeah, I was going to try and do a really funky thing here and just make his mouth into this shape. I can't see myself in a Barbie world. Well, we're in one for the past sort of 10 years. But if like a recruiter was to ask me that, I'd say a freelance 3D graphic artist with a good following on Twitch, getting commissions and earning enough to, you know, fucking adverts, man.
Products. Discover our fantastic ranges. Everything
Okay.
you need to complete your home and garden projects at everyday low price.
That's mainly it, really. I don't have many sort of romantic dreams anymore. I've given up on that, which is nice, just to not worry about it. So it's not going to be kids. So it's just the career, basically. I'd like to think I have a nice Twitch following and I can at least make something off that, but and I technically am doing. I can't ask for anything more. If you're asking, like, what would be my dream scenario? If I won the bloody lottery, I'd still like to make a bloody career, you know, out of doing 3D stuff and whatnot. I wouldn't be like, oh, that's it for now, I don't have to do anything. I still want to be productive and putting into the society in some way and being creative. I suppose I'd rather live in a nice area of Spain whilst doing it or something. Bad juju and looking, it makes me sad because you're really talented. Ah, thank you, Chaos. Are you sorry? That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. I wish I could show off my talent properly here, but like I'm doing things here that I've never done before. I'm trying to like prepare this for a program I've never used in my life, and it's forcing me to do things in really weird, creative ways. Whether it's going to work or not, I don't know. It'd be really nice if I could find a tool now that basically relaxes things between them. So if I could select these 3 rings and relax them so that they kind of come out here, and then I'll push it back. But I don't know if there is such a thing. Thank you, Chaos. That's... Don't be sorry, that's made me feel happy. I'm not as bad off as some people, it's just hard, isn't it? I'm not as, you know, you being one of them, Jesus Christ, you've had bad juju, my friend. It makes it a lot harder when you're not around people. But streaming has sort of helped me out a bit with that. And you, mainly. If I'm being honest. Alright, let's see if there's some sort of relax tool. I don't think there is. It'll either be mesh, edit mesh, or mesh tools. Chaos, why are you sorry for saying nice things? You're allowed to say nice things. Or maybe I've read it wrong. Maybe it was horrible. I can't see anything in here that would do what I'm talking about.
Oh wow! Herbal essences. Oh, I remember this. Is it coming back?
So happy it's back.
Oh, it's streaming.
I know you would.
Oh, it's just like summer in a bottle. Feels.
Don't worry too much about me. It's just been...
This was the iconic scent.
It's just constant trying to do stuff and never getting anywhere. That's frustrating for me. Got no real problems. I don't know why you want to live in the UK. It's quite a down-to-earth place. There's that going for it. It's a very small place. You can access everywhere quite easily. Yet, just like America, it's very different in every area. It's very cosmopolitan. Everyone's welcome. This sounds dangerous. Oh, oh, hello. Well, that's pretty insane, but I thought I'd try it out. There you go. Ooh. Can I do this by edge? It'd be a lot easier if I could do it by edge. Thank you for popping in and making me happy, Chaos. You're a good one. Well, it's an idea. So the difference is, for the U and the O, the mouth needs to be like shrunken down. So do I just close the mouth and then put a little hole there? Or do I make the whole thing turn into a little hole? And I'm kind of trying to do it with the closed mouth here. And I'm kind of trying to do it with the whole thing here. And they both seem to take just as long. I'd say if this works and I actually adjust it all, everything moves into place and I make it look proper, that this is probably a little bit better actually. It's a lot more cartoony and exaggerated. But yeah. But it's a start. Now I have all of the major blend shapes made up. I've got blend shapes to flap the thingy around. I've got the rig made, which is perfectly importable into Unity, which can now be put in there and exported as a VRM. That's what Vince wants. The eyes and everything are rigged in the right way. The arms and the legs are rigged in the right way. And the E and the A aren't too far away. The happy face and the sad face are looking half decent, and so is the angry face. And we also have the eyelids rigged as well. So realistically, however many more blend shapes we need, there's that. I need to perfect all of these blend shapes I've made. Then I'm done in Maya, put it across into Unity, and then start working out how to put the M-Toon texture on there so that Vince likes the texture. And then once I've done that, export it to a VRM, put it into VC Face, test it. And then work on it again. Done. Done. Sod it. Technically I've done that because I've recorded it all. So yeah, realistically, all that's left for Maya is blend shapes now. Creating more as they're needed. And making these ones perfect. Not bad. I want to do something else, like play a game or something, but I don't know if I want to do friggin' thingy. Whatever it's called. Cross team racing. I just get hooked into it till like 2 in the morning. Or maybe I could play Casper again.
Redkin ABC 24/7 night and day serum. Works late to fight daily damage overnight.
Switching to Vodafone full fibre broadband is as easy as...
Yeah, I'm a bit confused at that one. That was a compliment as far as I could see. I always see when you message, I'm like, whoop. Good. Thanks for letting me know. I might, if I do finish early tonight, I'm going to have a bath, I think. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Do it. I'm just staring at this thing, trying to think how I can do all these things. I mean, oh, I could do with a shave anyway. I know that I shouldn't miss Wacky Backy from back in the day, but if there's one time it was pretty awesome, was in the bath. Put my candle on, Radox it up, that there, book there, chilling. It's very nice. I get a bit bored in the bath now. I also have it super hot. I wonder if I can actually do that with this now. It's a good point, isn't it? That's definitely straightened it out. Cool. Well, I'm glad that I found that tool. I mean, if this works really well, I might just have this as the mouth closed one instead. Makes more sense. Thank you, Chaos. Full sound effects and everything. It's going to be an arse redoing this for the O. The U. Boop. Oh, I'm so sorry, Chaos. It hasn't worked, has it? I don't know if there's any way of me forcing it to work for what you just said. I've gone onto the website. I've gone onto TT. I'm going to have to remove that one. I was going to set it as like just one credit, so that it could be tested, which I did with something else. But I've put it as 1,000. Is there anything I can do for you for 1,000 credits? Because I can't remember how to give you the points back just now. Somebody did it last night, Linus, I think. I felt well bad. But I went onto here and I made sure that points were enabled. It's connected to Twitch. I don't know where it allows me to set the amount. Nowhere, apparently.
This is a test message.
See, that works. No worries, thank you. See you later, Rockstar. Have a good nap. If I can change it to 1 point to use it, then we can test it a little bit. It definitely says that it's working. Point is enabled. Rockstar! Where do I set the points or anything? What's going on? I don't think it's that. Chaos, if you see my Monster TTS, does it say now that it's just one? No, because that's bits. So why can't I set the points then? No. Now where's the save button? There it is. Ah. There we go. Does it say that it just costs 1 bit now? 1 channel point, Chaos? And if so, could you yes, of course. I'm sending them to both of you, to be honest, just mainly because Rockstar sent me one, but I thought I sent you a kiss before. Does it say 1 channel point? Because I don't want you to waste another 1,000. I'm so sorry about that. I mean, you must have quite a lot because my rewards cost nothing. And you're with me all the time. But if it does say 1 point is the cost, can you try it out again? If it doesn't, then don't be wasting another 1,000. It might not work. Because I just sent a test and that worked. So it is working. Yeah, I'm going to click on history. It's out of stock. Okay. I'm pretty sure that if I send a test, yeah, it'll count towards monthly messages limit. Hang on. Does it still say it's out of stock? Sorry, you're watching Netflix, aren't you? But I don't really want to send another test one. Because it says there's only a few that it'll send me. I did put a cooldown on it, but I've just removed that and put it as 1 minute. So that's the only reason I can think it'd say it's out of stock. I can test it, can't I? Hang on. I think. I don't know where you even see these things, if I'm being honest. Is my I'm looking at my stream and it's incredibly pixelated. Is that how I always look? Or is that just my internet? I'm assuming it's my internet. Yeah, I definitely didn't hear it. Where is this thing? Where's Monster TTS on here? Is it on my overlay or what? Can't see it below my video. I don't understand how people access these things. Have you just got it as a mod or something? It's not like a I put it as panel, haven't I? So it should be there. Is it in my about or something? 3 followers to go, goal achieved, 5 more subs to go. Why is everything so hard? Yay, at least it shows my boops now. 0 bits, 44,640 boops. Hey! Rockstarberry, gift to take 2. I don't see anything for Monster TTS. I've set it as a panel, so it should be surely below my stream. But there's nothing there. Refresh. Click to claim a bonus. Bits. I honestly don't understand where everyone finds like my redeems or anything, because I'm looking at this through another account. And there's like nothing here below my stream to say use my Monster TTS or use anything. How do people use these things? Chaos, could you tell me where you can see my Monster TTS when you were clicking it, please? I'd appreciate it. Below my chat. Good, Chaos. You do that. Get all healthy. Yeah, there's nothing below my chat. I don't understand where people see these things. Chat set it. I've got Rockstar Re Lifestyle, Gift to Take Two at the top, stream chat above that. I've got the chat itself, and then I've got the chat box with chat identity, cheer, and emotes. And then below that I've got my bits, click to reclaim a bonus, a cogwheel for settings, and chat. Is it just on mobile or something? Here I have another account. Nothing here. I can see the blurps now. The blurps are there. So, down there. Is that how it looks on yours? You can see the chat to send the chat. You can see where I put the thing in to type the chat. You can see my cheers. You can see my emotes, and then the little 3 dots. I don't get it. Right, I'm going to have a quick look what this would look like. That was on the mobile. Can you see it? So is that what yours looks like at the bottom? Because I can't see anything there for Monster TES or redeems or anything like that. And I can't see it on the web version that I got open either. Well, at least I figured out how to change it to a minimum bit of 1. I've tested it, which cost me, but it definitely goes through my OBS and works. It only costs you 1 credit. What? Chaos, you're confusing me. You're doing it on purpose. So it works in my OBS, it works on here, it's linked to my Twitch account because it changed it to 1 point, which it cost you before. So what else can I do? It's underneath your chat. I'm on mobile, so it may be different. Does it look like this? You can see there's no TTS or redeems. Yes, it does. So you can't see redeems then, if it looks like that. Because you can't see any on there. Yeah? Is that what you're saying? And that's the other option. To close the mouth and have just a little thing coming out. Obviously better than that, but it's a start. I think that one will look a lot better if I do it right. So I'm gonna have to I might just have this as mouth closed in that case. Get it looking a lot nicer and just have that as the mouth closed. And I'll use this as O and do the U the same. Obviously, after I've done a lot of work around to make this all fit in nicely and come around and look like the lips. Okay, so you're saying that you can see the Monster TES and redeems below the chart. I can't on my phone. I just showed you my phone and you said it's the same. What's going on? Or have I gone absolutely stark raving insane? You're saying they are there, but it looks just like my phone where they're not there. Confused me, Chaos. I asked you where I would find the redeems, and you said it's underneath the chat. You said you were on a mobile, so I showed you the chat from another account I have watching my account that doesn't have anything underneath the chat. I showed it to you, and you said yes, it's the same as yours, but it doesn't have them on mine. So you don't have them on yours? Or they are under the chat? Which one? Sorry, I'm an arse. I know. But I'm totally flummoxed. You're saying our phones are the same, but on yours it shows something different than what's on mine. Okay, thank you. That makes sense. My fault. I apologise. Totally apologise, that was my fault then, in that case. Oh. Thank you for the hugs and kisses. You're too good to me, you know you are.